You are welcome to another episode of Black on White series. And in this episode, we are talking about the restructured guidance and counseling framework. What is it all about? The Guidance Education Service has identified the critical role guidance and counseling plays in our schools, especially our senior high schools, and has taken steps to restructure the service delivery in these schools. And through development partners like TITEL, they have been able to do some research, come up with some findings, which is used in the restructuring of guidance and counseling. And they are now in the implementation phase, and steps have already begun. Let's look at some of the findings that led to the reform. The first one is that some schools did not have full-time professionally trained and certified guidance and counseling coordinators. And also, there is a high focus on academic counseling that has overshadowed the crucial aspects like career guidance and psychosocial support. Take note, psychosocial support. Then the third finding is that guidance and counseling coordinators had additional teaching and classroom management responsibilities, which resulted in work overload. This is very true. By the time you apply, they are already looking for a subject to add on to your counseling role. And then the fourth one is that guidance and counseling is perceived as a collective responsibility where school actors played critical roles in its delivery. And then finally, guidance and counseling coordinators and school actors like the headmistress, the headmaster, had limited or no training in delivery of comprehensive developmental and preventive guidance and counseling services for in-school youth. So if these are the findings, what are the propositions? The first one is that every senior high school, senior high technical school, or a STEM school should have school level guidance and counseling units. And this unit should be led by two professionally trained and certified counselors. And these two professionally trained counselors should be in charge of the academic, and one should also be in charge of psychosocial services. Then the second proposition is that the unit will be supervised by the assistant head, whether domestic or academic, the school decides. Then the third one, the workload involved in delivering the proposed reform requires the service of other teachers. So they should receive school level training for proper service delivery. This is a new reform. So now that I said we are in the implementation stage or phase, the Ghana Education Service has issued a letter opening the application for professional counselors to apply to be appointed to these positions. So that letter came out on the 31st of October 2024. Now, here are the details. So they are appointing professional counselors, at least two for each school, depending upon the population, but regardless of the population, then every school needs two. And they are implementing the restructured framework, and they are requiring qualified teaching staff. What does this actually mean? Qualified teaching staff means that those who are already employed, already on payroll, who have gone to pursue guidance and counseling will be considered for this role. Someone who has pursued guidance and counseling, counseling psychology or psychology, and has not yet been employed will not be considered for this position. Maybe later, when they've not gotten the required number, they might consider these people as well. So first qualification is that you should be already employed as a teaching staff and have now upgraded to acquire additional certificate qualifying you for this role. And then you should have a minimum of a first degree in either counseling psychology, guidance and counseling, or psychology. And additionally, if you have a master's degree, you have even a better chance. Then In addition to that, you should have been trained or you should have received a training to handle any additional subject that is being taught at the senior high school level. This is where the problem comes in. You remember at the introduction, he said one of the findings is that some or a lot of the guidance and counseling coordinators in the schools have additional school level classroom roles that are overloading them. But here we are looking for people to still take on teaching responsibility. So I don't know what we are trying to achieve with this. And then the application mode, you have to apply manually and send it to the headquarters yourself. We are in a digital era where we can just click buttons, click interfaces on our phones to submit this application. But GES, as usual, is looking for manual application. Is it not concerning? It is. So, what about those who are already in the senior high schools as school counselors? Do they also have to reapply to keep their positions? The answer is no. You have already been employed. They are looking for new people who are possibly in the school with the certificate and not acting as a counselor. So in the senior high school, senior high technical school, and not acting as a counselor, you can apply. Those in the JHS, those in the basic school or KG department with the qualification are those they are looking for to officially issue out an appointment letter directing them to play the role of a guidance and counseling coordinator. Then will they increase your salary since you are already in the system? The answer is a big no. Your salary will not change. If you have a first degree and you are on principal superintendent points, whatever, no matter where they have given you, you are still going to be on principal superintendent according to your certificate and number of years in service. That's what it is. If you have a master's, will they change your salary? That's a no. But a master's certificate qualifies you for a promotion faster. So if you already, even no matter where you are, even if you are in the basic school, you already qualify for promotion with your master's with a shorter duration. So what is the benefit in this? The benefit is that you have the opportunity to be in a senior high school environment if that's what you desire, and then you also have the opportunity to practice as the counselor you have received the training for, and then maybe any other benefits that comes with being in that environment as a counselor. You meet and network with other like-minded people in that area, and that's generally a benefit. But apart from that, there is no direct monetary gains if you apply. But since you have pursued your certificate for this, the opportunity is here. Go ahead, apply, and then I wish you the best of luck. I'll come your way again in another episode of Black on White Series. I am Jerry Akmoh, the lead educator of Informed Teachers Network.